Welcome everyone. We've got the Super 7 Ultimates Lion-O. This is newly released. This is we'll call it the original buck, the original mold that was originally created by Four Horsemen for Mattel. Super 7 started doing these. They kind of brought them over, kind of redid them. This is like a retooled version. I don't know if it is like remolded from the original mold or they reproduced it off of maybe the original files. However you want to look at it, it's the sculpt of the very first modern Lion-O, but with new coloring. So there's a lot going on there, and we've gotten, we had the Mattel version, we had the Super 7 version, which was like a slight variation repaint, slightly different. We eventually got a toy Lion-O. We got some weird kind of transient versions, like we got the red colored version, the ice version. We recently got the spectral, version. There was a brand new sculpt version, like brand new, that was part of the I'm trying to think which came first. Either the light up eyes version or the new cartoon version, the deluxe version. So there's like too many Lion-Os. At any point, this is the latest one. So comes in a little baggie. Let's go ahead and take that out. And there's quite a few accessories in here, and it looks like some new stuff. So I can see the sword has got nice silver paint. The claws are all this metallic gold coloring. I can see that there is a claw back there with the little nail that makes the little shooting rope thing. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. There's UPC if you want to see that. This artwork's been used on a lot of these Lion-Os. I don't know if this text is any different, but there's that. So let's open this guy. There's how everything is laid out in the packet. Hand just fell, but you get 3 sets of extra hands, and you get this thing, which I believe is brand new. So let's go ahead and get this all the way out of the package. So here he is out of the package, and this is definitely the version or a style of version that people have been wanting. This kind of has a cartoon look to it, but it does look like the blue is a little bit darker. The skin tone is a little bit darker. The face, he's got that textured hair instead of like the solid smooth hair. The face is a bit more, I want to call it detailed, but it's got more, I don't know. I think it's just a dark skin tone. The dark skin tone makes it stand out a little bit better. This might be the new body that they've been using. Just comes off as kind of being the original sculpt, but it is pinless. Yeah, I'm gonna get a few figures out here in a moment to compare him with. So you got to see that head, and Here's like the angry head, and it's same hair sculpt, just one is stoic, one is angry. He's got the uh, glove that holds the sword and attaches to the hip already on the figure. He's got a really good sword, nice metallic silver paint. The inside is painted light blue. You got the Thundercat symbol on both sides, and the Eye of Thundera on the short sword. Um, the gloved hands are pretty cool. So one is like a fist. The other one is open. I can get the camera to focus here. There we go. So that's cool. And then you've got the version where the nail shoots out and it's kind of like a grappling hook. That's very cool. I don't remember this ever being a thing in the modern toys. And then the hands on him already have a inner back and forth. He's got some hands that do up and down that are weapon holding. He's got closed fists that are in and out. And he's got some clawed hands, you know, more open hands that are kind of back and forth motion on the joint. So just about anything that you would want for accessories there. All right, so we're going to figure out what this figure is. Hopefully I don't get these mixed up. So this is the Super7 version of the original sculpt, which was pretty much the Mattel sculpt that they got access to the mold, I guess. I don't know. This was pinned. You can see he's a lot darker colored. You know, this is kind of designed to kind of fit in with the Mattel Masters of the Universe, which it did greatly. And you can see there's a lot of hallmarks here for, like, this chest is the same. The arms, you know, they're not pinned, so that's new. Now, how new is new? I don't know. So we're gonna put this to the side for a moment. I'm pretty sure both of these guys are the same mold. So this is the light up eyes, and this is the deluxe. This is the one that was in Target. The mold is the same. The hair, I think, is, yeah, the hair is identical. You know, there's some difference in the paint apps here. So if we look at the arms, there is a difference in sculpt. Like this kind of, let's see if I can get something to point with. This area here, like there's this extra, call it a gap, that's not over here. So right there we know the arm is different. And if we look at the legs, there is an extra striation. There's two striations here, and there's one striation on the newer one. And then if you kind of compare these two, the striations are the same. The arms have the same shape. So this makes me believe that This is a remold or a resculpt. You know, again, I don't know if they use digital files to do this, or you know, we're in a time where like stuff that's being made right now, a lot of that stuff is like digitally sculpted and then, you know, manufactured off of those files. 10 years ago, stuff might have still been kind of classically designed where, you know, they're, you know, making physical models to begin with and then, you know, take them to manufacturing to get done. But these are using the same mold. How they're doing it? Did they take the metal molds and remold, you know, rework the mold, or did they have a digital file? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Super7 talks about it. Maybe they won't. Nevertheless, this is pretty cool. So the people that have been wanting this redone with, you know, without the pins, he exists now. The people that are like, this is too cartoony, I don't like this. Well, guess what? There you go. And then I do think like there's kind of a good reason to maybe want to graduate over to this, because you know Super7 didn't make some more recent figures and they have a lot more hair texture, you know, like there's more sculpt work in the hair than the, you know, newer Lionos had. The newer Lionos are very, you know, smooth. But again, they're kind of meant to be like, you know, this is the cartoon version. But even like Chitara, she's got a lot of hair sculpting going on. So yeah, this might fit a lot better. The main thing is you have choices. Now, that leaves us with a few things. Jackalman is a sculpt that still does not have a pinless version. And Panthro is also a sculpt. Well, I don't know if the one that comes with the Cartoon Thunder tank is pinless, but they, you know, to kind of bring all this up to speed, they should re-release this guy with the same improvements. And I do believe these hips might be the same. I don't know. It might be different. But nevertheless, we have an updated Lionel. So now that you know, you're probably going to want to get one of these. If you got any of these other guys, you don't have to get this, but I would say this is probably going to be like the version that's going to stand out and probably be the superior version. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.